Meeting with the Group of Seven, 1927, from the Journals of Emily Carr. Monday, November 14th. Slept till nearly noon. Went with Miss Buell and Mrs. Hauser to tea at Mr. A.Y. Jackson's studio building. I loved his things, particularly some snow things of Quebec and 3 canvases up Skeena River. I felt a little as if beaten at my own game. His Indian pictures have something mine lack, rhythm, poetry. Mine are so downright, but perhaps his haven't quite got the love in them of the people and the country that mine have. How could they? He's not a Westerner, and I took no liberties. I worked for history and cold fact. Next time I paint, I'm going off on a tangent tear. There is something bigger than fact, the underlying spirit, all it stands for, the mood, the vastness, the wildness, the western breath of go to the devil if you don't like it, the eternal big spaceness of it. Oh, the West! I'm of it, and I love it. Tuesday, November 15th. Today I am going to Mr. Arthur Lismer's studio to see his things. These men are very interesting and big and inspiring, so different from the foolish little artists filled with conceit that one usually meets. They have arrested the art world. They are not afraid of adverse criticisms. They are big and courageous. I know they are building an art worthy of our great country, and I want to have my share. To put in a little spoke for the West, one woman holding up my end. I feel the group will be dissatisfied when they see my work. I think I could do better. Now I know that they're there. I must get back to it and let other things go. If not, my chance is gone. I've not so much time left now. Every year after 60, one is going downhill in vitality. Soon I'll reach that mark. Perhaps it will be easier after this trip, and the girls may not feel it quite such a waste of time, a useless quest. Wednesday, November 16th. I have met the third of the Group of Seven, Arthur Lismer. I don't feel as if these men are strangers. Somehow they wake an instant response in me. Lismer's 2 last pictures gave me a feeling of exhilaration and joy. All his works are fine, but he is going on to higher and bigger things, sweep and rhythm of the lines, stronger colors, simpler forms. He was extremely nice. I wonder if these men feel as I do, that there is a common chord struck between us. No, I don't believe they feel so toward a woman. I'm way behind them in drawing and in composition and rhythm and planes, but I know inside me what they're after, and I feel that perhaps, given a chance, I could get it too. Oh, how I've wasted the years! But there are still a few left. Lismer's studio is apart from his house, warm and light and quiet. Ideal. He has only recently quit teaching at the Toronto School of Art. The other element made things impossible for him. He's lecturing now, spreading the gladness of the newer way, revealing the big grand things of our country to its sons and daughters without the fret and carping of his students or the scorn of his adversaries. He is spreading his wings and soaring up, up. He is more poetical than Mr. Jackson, but Mr. Jackson is steady and strong. His feet are planted firmly, and he has the grit to push and struggle and square his shoulders and stand by the others and by his convictions. He is still young in years, but old. Probably the war did that. Oh, they are very fine. I'm glad I've seen them and their work. Tomorrow I shall meet Lauren Harris, another of them. Thursday, November 17th. Oh, God, what have I seen? Where have I been? Something has spoken to the very soul of me. Wonderful, mighty, not of this world. Chords way down in my being have been touched. Dumb notes have struck chords of wonderful tone. Something has called out of somewhere. Something in me is trying to answer. It's surging through my whole being. The wonder of it all. Like a great river rushing on, dark and turbulent, and rushing and irresistible, carrying me away on its wild swirl like a helpless little bundle of wreckage. Where, oh, where, oh, these men, this group of 7, what have they created? A world stripped of earthiness, shorn of fretting details, purged, purified. A naked soul, pure and unashamed. Lovely spaces filled with wonderful serenity. What language do they speak, those silent, awe-filled spaces? I do not know. Wait and listen. You shall hear by and by. I long to hear, and yet I'm half afraid. I think perhaps I shall find God here. The God I've longed and hunted for and failed to find. Always he seemed nearer out in the big spaces, sometimes almost within reach, but never quite. Perhaps in this newer, wider, space-filled vision I shall find him. Jackson, Johnson, Varley, Lismer, Harris, up, 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 up. Lismer and Harris stir me the most. Lismer is swirling, sweeping on, but Harris is rising into serene, uplifted places above the swirl into holy places.